What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk More Action Golf. I'm Luke Josepha, and today we have another special episode for you. Our guest today is Meg the golfer. She's playing the most joyful golf I'm witnessing, at least on my timeline. Nobody is happier. Nobody's more in tune. Nobody's more mindful. Nobody dances on the golf course the way that Meg the golfer does it. And I am really excited to share our conversation with you. As you know, these conversations are meant to edify me. I'm so selfish, but because I'm generous, I'm sharing it with you all. Listen, if you appreciate these conversations, subscribe so you know exactly whenever a new episode drops. And also, let 5 of your friends know what it is all about on this side. Look, I don't have a crazy monologue for you because I haven't been playing much golf lately. I've been really locking into practice. I'm not going to take too much of your time. Get your clubs ready. Let's get on the tee and swing easy. Let's talk more action golf, y'all.
How you doing? Okay.
I got to see the video of the whole lot that you did. And in
Crazy.
addition to that happening, but there was so much joy on the course. Like your celebration, camaraderie with the friends that you were playing with was so infectious. Like I've never had a whole lot before, but it makes me look forward to having that. Talk to me about that a little bit before we get into the details.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So first of all, an eagle from 141 on a par 5 tells you that we didn't start that hole the best. Okay. We wanted an eagle on that hole. The goal in a golf scramble is you always want to get an eagle on a par 5. Like you got to do it, right? So we had like duffed the drive, maybe like 100 yards. Nobody hit a good drive. And this was the longest drive hole. So
Wow.
I'm already out of the competition for that. I was the longest, but I was like off the fairway. Like maybe. Okay. So then the second shot goes like maybe 130 yards between all 4 of us. Like we are just not doing well. So we're 141 yards out and the wind is blowing towards the hole. And I got a 150 club. I'm like, okay, just take some off of the 150 because the 150 club is the most accurate club in my bag.
Okay.
So that's my 4 hybrid from a set that I got in grad school like 20 years ago.
Wow.
It was $200 for the entire set. And this 4 hybrid has just not exited the bag. I have no other clubs from that set, but the 4 hybrid. And obviously we see why. So it's 141 out, and I'm like, okay, we just need to get on the green. Nobody was on the green. I mean, we had one other ball on the green. It was pretty far away. But I was like, I need to get on the green. So I'm like, let me go for accuracy and not distance with this shot.
Yeah.
So I just took a little bit off of it and hit that boy. And like, we were all looking, and I was like, wait, like I saw it, but then it just disappeared. And I didn't know if it was like the sun or the horizon or what was going on. Like, it just disappeared. And we're like, it went in. And I was like, it did not go in. They were like, it went in. I was like, it did not go in. Like, and we just run up to the hole and like, it was wild. I mean, even just telling the story, I'm like, I'm gonna be telling this story in the nursing home. This is a crazy story. I couldn't believe it. So everybody rushed up to the green, and my other homegirl was like, I hit record after we thought it went in. And like, so the video she sent me, I haven't even posted, but it's so crazy seeing me run up to the green. My homegirls are running up to the green and she sees it first. So I thought she was joking. Like, I really thought I was like off the green. Like, I'm like, there's a ball right there. It could be that one. I don't know. She sees it first. She just looks at me like, and I'm like when I finally saw it, I just lost it.
Yeah. When I saw that video, the first thing I thought about is like, if Joy on the golf course had an image or a video, that would be it. Like, I mean, I have yet to see any level of like, I mean, I think, yes, you were happy that you made it, but I think there was something else there. There was something else there beyond just the surprise. Like, I don't know if that's something that you could articulate really, but what was that feeling for you when you got there and you saw that you made it?
It was just like, unbelievable. Like, even though I'm seeing the ball in the cup, I'm like, there's no way this went in. Like, literally, so many things have to go right for the ball to go in this little cup from 141 yards away. Like, so many things have to go right. I'm talking spin, we're talking loft, we're talking carry, roll, undulation on the green. Like, I was just like, you see like the data scientists having all the numbers run through their head. I was just like, there's no way. There's no way that this is possible. How did this happen? But I also think like why that moment was so infectious, like everybody felt like they got that hole out. And I read a book called Zen Golf. And it talks about the brain, right? And the psychology of the brain and how the brain works. And it says, if someone hits a good shot and you tell them, good shot, nice shot, your brain thinks you hit the shot.
Mm.
And so in that moment, I think people are like, I just got a hole out. Like, we all just got a hole out. This is crazy. Like, that's why the celebration is so big.
Yeah. For me, it was an authentic celebration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, I think you said it really well. Everyone felt that they were, a participant in all of this. And yeah, that book, a couple of people have mentioned that before about Zen Golf really
Game
approaching
changer.
the game. Yeah. I got to pick it up. Even though, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just wanted to say, like, I think the other reason why this kind of resonated is because golf is that sport where, like, people suppress so much of, like, who they really are. Like all the rules and all the etiquette and all the pomp and circumstance and all the hoity-toity, like, culture that comes with it. That's just not in our blood. I'm saying as Black people, like, that's just not who we are. Like, we have always celebrated, right? And so when people see you kind of like letting loose, if you will, on the course, expressing yourself, I think there's also this celebration of like, yeah, we can do that. Like, it's okay for us to be happy about a phenomenal shot. Like, I'm not one of these players who expects every shot to go well, expects to get a birdie on every hole. Like, I'm realistic. So I knew that was an unbelievable shot. Yeah. I'm not just going to walk up to the green like, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I've been here before many times. You know what I mean? Right. Like, it's not that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, listen, I am so grateful for you. This is where I should have started. I should have started with, hey, I'm super grateful that you've agreed to participate, to take part in, the podcast. But I think I was so elated. So first thing, I noticed that, at least from what I've been, the trend, watching you play, there was, at least for me, right? I noticed there was a transformation because a few months ago when I would watch, you were really focused in terms of like ensuring that you hit it correctly, making sure that but there's been a transformation happen from that place of like, okay, let me make sure this is accurate. Let me make sure that I do the right thing to joyful golf, I think I'd like to call it. Because all your videos, at least over the last 4 weeks, are you like joy, like whether you made it or didn't make it? Talk to us about what happened.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think like, first of all, I've started to like incorporate a lot more people in my page as well. Like, it used to just be me. Like, this is literally my golf diary. And like, this is where I go for swing analysis. Like, this is where I go to see what I'm working on, to see what the swing looks like. It was really about that. That's why I started the page, because I wanted to see some swings, and like, I wasn't seeing Black people swinging, on Instagram, on social media. And so I created it because I wanted to see it. And then it just became this community. Like, there are so many people who like, they mess with Meg the Golfer. Like, Meg the Golfer is like her own entity. And so I'm like, I got to give the people what they want. Like, and I genuinely have a great time on the course. I started listening to golf affirmations before every round. And like, they just kind of put me in this headspace that I'm like, detached from all outcomes and being present in every moment. And the joy is there.
Well, let me just be clear that I feel like it's been 2-3 minutes. I feel like I'm experiencing a masterclass here because I've never heard golf affirmation before you get started.
Oh yeah.
How'd you come to that? Is that something that you sought out, or someone, or a book?
Yeah. So in my personal life, which I don't share a lot of my personal life on my golf Instagram, because again, it's like, this was really meant for golf. I created it because nobody in my real life wanted to see all the golf life. And so I'm like, this is golf. And I only follow golf people and like all these things. But shout out to everybody who follows me. I do appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Also, in my personal life, I'm actually a sound healer and a mindfulness coach and a yoga practitioner. And so I have like a whole list of meditative practices and affirmations. And I have an album where I like record affirmations. And so I'm like, why don't I just transfer that to the golf course? So I just made some affirmations and we play them in the car on our way to the course.
So is that something that's available for other people?
Yeah, so the sound healing album is available, but I haven't recorded golf affirmations to like share with people, but I'll probably put them over a couple videos on my IG and people can just play them whenever. So
yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Talk to us about the origin story. When did you pick up a club, and what led you to continue to where you are now?
yeah, so looking back at this, and a few people have asked me this question, and I feel like I answer it differently every time. But the basis, the meat of the story is my great uncle. Okay, my grandfather, my maternal grandfather's brother. He got me lessons when I was 11 years old in 1996. And so when I put the dates together, I'm like, was he doing this because Tiger was out? Like, I don't know. But like, that's the same year that Tiger went pro. And so could have been a correlation, maybe not. So he got me lessons and I'm a twin. So I don't even know why my twin sister didn't get lessons. I don't know if it was like he asked both of us and she was like, no. And I was like, yeah, or what? I don't know that part. And he's passed since then. But I got lessons at 11 and then I always played golf. There's a police athletic league, PAL. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
But, yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I played with them when I was like in middle school and ended up getting like PAL Youth of the Year or something. It was something crazy. And then I also played softball. So played both and then played basketball as well in high school. So 3 sports in high school. I got recruited to play college softball at Howard University, and they didn't have a golf team. So if they had a golf team, and shout out to Otis Ferguson II, he created the golf team at Howard. So I didn't play golf in college, played softball, had to put down the golf clubs, graduated college, started grad school, and that's when I got that $200 set. And I played golf, broke all the way through grad school. Stopped playing for a while, like managing back issues. I was in a wheelchair, went from a wheelchair to a walker to a cane, like just a whole, that's another story, but took a break.
Was it related to golf?
It was not, no.
Okay.
No, okay. It was like chronic stress that was showing up in my back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I could totally relate to that. I know you said that's for another story, but like that's exactly where I experience stress whenever I'm stressed out. Like in my back. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So hence the sound healing, the yoga, the meditation, the yoga, like that was a part of my recovery and treatment plan, and a treatment plan that I continue to follow to this day. And I've been back pain free since January 2018. So I'm very grateful for that journey.
That's what's up.
Yes. So all of that to say, I've been playing on and off, but started just because a family member said, I'm getting you lessons.
I watched one video, you and your husband, and you were celebrating your anniversary. And I take every opportunity whenever I see a couple who's playing to dig up my wife and be like, look, baby, they're celebrating their anniversary. This could be us. So talk to me about when you play with your husband. Was he always playing, or was it like when he met you, he decided to pick up the game?
Yeah, so he actually played when he was younger too, but not like organization wide. Like he would just go with his family and but really didn't play. And We paid off debt. We paid off student loans in 2020. We paid off $127,290 in student loans.
Kudos, sis. Kudos.
Thank you.
That must have been a boulder off of your chest.
Oh my God. This is why we golf so much. This is why we golf so much right now. And we have no kids. We are child free by choice.
Yeah.
So it's like the retirement life right now. So that bill was like, $3,000 or $4,000 a month if you're trying to pay it off, really, really pay it off. And so, we have some availability now to golf. But I got him a set for Father's Day in 2020. And the joke is like Father's Day, like, I got him. He's not a father, but I got him a gift for Father's Day. So I got him this set.
Any excuse to purchase a golf equipment. Listen.
Like, it's St. Patty's Day. Let me get you something. Like, that's not...
my daughter was just telling me just now, we went school shopping and I ended up buying golf things. So any excuse.
Any reason. Back to school club is necessary.
It's necessary. That's it. Okay. So you got him clubs during Father's Day. Okay.
And the more we played, the more he got the bug. He's addicted. He's at the range right now. He practices more than I practice. And his scores are coming down. Like this guy, first of all, if I could just brag on my husband for just a second.
Of course. Listen, go.
Any chance I get to brag on this king, okay? He is the most consistent man I know, the most disciplined man I know. He's good at everything. Everything that I have seen him try in the 10 years that I've known him, he's good at it. And so golf is just no different. And so anyway, getting to the anniversary. So we just started to ramp up. We would play and play and play. And the next thing I know, we're planning trips around golf. We're like, well, we need to golf. So like, I think the first golf trip we took was year 6 of the marriage. We celebrated in Dallas.
Okay.
And we planned that trip around the Black-owned golf course in Dallas.
Oh,
we were like, we want to play golf at the Black-owned golf course.
What's the name of the Black-owned?
It's the Dallas Golf Club.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So now we just plan trips. So we were like, Vegas, let's do Vegas. We did Bali High. We did a couple other courses there. And Bali High, I would play Bali High again. That is a beautiful course. Beautiful. And I shot a pretty low score, so maybe that's why I like it too.
That's why you like it, because you got in there. You did really well.
Yeah, you like that. We'll go back there.
All right. So you mentioned your husband, consistent, disciplined, picked things up real quickly. Was that, how much of that was joy for you that he's playing, but also a little bit of, well, I may be projecting, a little bit annoying that he picked it up so quickly?
Oh, annoying? No, nothing he does annoys me. Because the thing is, like, literally when he wins, I win. It's like the neuroplasticity of the brain. Like, I've trained myself. That's a pathway right there. So he actually got a hole-in-one.
Oh, my God.
I don't have a hole-in-one, golfing 28 years.
Oh, my goodness.
This guy got one.
Oh, my goodness.
At a par 3 golf course, 35 yards. I mean, puts it in. I'm screaming. On the course. I'm running to the cup. He's walking. He's so cool. He's so even keel. He's like, that's what's up. Like, just real calm, collected guy. Like, oh, that's what's up. I got a whole one. Like, it was crazy. But no, he's phenomenal. We won 2 tournaments together so far. I feel like we have so many more to win. But
let me clarify the annoying thing. So 2 weeks ago, ever since I started playing, so my wife gave me, a gift card to get lessons. And I would say, babe, we would be able to spend so much time on the course together. We would do this with it. So 2 weeks ago, I convinced her. She came along. I mean, she would come along with me. But this time I'm like, hey, let's play together. First time she picked up the club. She's hitting the ball so well. And I'm like, the way you hitting the ball there, it took me 3 months to hit it this well.
Right.
And I'm like, what is going on in the world? You don't even want to do this.
Yeah.
But you are so that's what I meant when I said that. Because
that's like, hilarious.
How do people just pick it up. But your husband
But
is
that's such a lesson, though. There's such a life lesson there, right?
Tell me about what that lesson is.
It's the law of least resistance, you know? Like the people who do less accomplish more. And the people who do nothing accomplish everything, right? Her head is not in it. She's not overthinking it. She's just having fun.
I do a lot. So you're absolutely correct. I do too much. Sometimes
she just comes out like da 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 da, swing 150 yards straight.
That's it. Like just as you described, she's just like all lackadaisical. Like, okay, all right, we going next, and I'm standing there like, wait, what? So she's doing good. Okay, so I want to get into the idea of the Instagram. So you mentioned you created it as your diary. Mm-hmm. When you realized that there was a following, so how did you transition in terms of like now making it, instead of just making it just for you as your own diary, but there is a community there that you can also communicate a message to. Mm-hmm. What was that creative process like for you?
You know, when you say creative process, it makes it seem like I have so much intention and like thoughtfulness for this. And I hate to give myself that much credit, right? Like for me, I've always loved editing videos. Like I was the 8 or 9-year-old, like trying to put together different scenes from TV shows. Like they should do this or they should say that. Or, and I'm an instructional designer by training as well. So like the creative piece comes very easy to me. And some people might say it's good ideas. Some people might say it's bad ideas. But I don't think about it like, okay, I got to post. Like, there's no anxiety. There is no like, okay, I spend an hour planning content ideas a week. Like, no, I literally just live it. You know, like I've been golfing almost 30 years. I have so many stories. Probably a third have made it onto that IG page. So it's just stuff that I experience. And I'm like, or, you know, me and my girlfriends will be talking and they'll be like, oh, you know what you should do? And then I'll like write it down in my little note file. And then if I get to it, great. If I don't, I have so many videos in my phone of just like swings and audio and just like talking stuff on the course, eating snacks, like just living on the course. There's a demand for that because they feel like this is an untapped area of life. And so to see these Black women here, like I just posted a video yesterday with one of my Howard sisters, and we're doing this TikTok dance, but like people are not seeing that. You know what I mean? People are not seeing Black women having so much fun on the course, not competing with each other. There's no egos, there's no judgment, there's no negativity. We just out here having a good time.
Yeah, that dance, when I saw that, I reposted that on my story because it was so hilarious. It was so funny. Like it almost felt like, and I don't know what the scenario was, but to me, when I saw it, I imagine you just drop your clubs and you're like, you know what, we should get into this dance, and then after a while, just pick up your clubs and moved on as if nothing happened. How did it come about for the dance? Was that planned?
That's pretty much how it happened. So we were in a scramble. We were playing a scramble and we were waiting. We were backed up on a par 3. There was like 2 groups in front of us. Plenty of time for a dance. So, but one of my Howard sister's fiance was like, hey, you guys would really make my day if you did this dance today. And I had already done it on my page and posted it. And she had done it on hers too, which I didn't even know. So we both knew it. I'm like, you want to do it? She's like, let's do it. I'm like, let's go. And so it was funny because I'm actually really shy. You probably can't tell based on Instagram.
I cannot tell.
I'm actually really shy. So like if I know people are looking at me when I'm recording, it's awkward. So we had to record a couple of takes and I just had to like block out everybody. But then as soon as we recorded it, the guys who were leaving the hole after us, they had to drive back past us. They were like, hey, I just want to let you know, I'm sorry to say, but like the video is already viral. Like, he's like, what are you talking about? So he saw us doing the dance, like, far away from the tee box and drives past us and says that. So shout out to you. If it does go viral, thank you. Thank you very much.
Listen, I have no doubt that it's going to go viral. And at least the way that I understand, something going viral, yeah, sometimes you may get 1 million and all that stuff. But if it connects with people in a way that is authentic, in a very holistic way, to me, that's even more important than anything. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the challenges that you face as you're going through this journey? Because now I'm sure more people are recognizing you. Mm-hmm. More people are connecting with you. You're connecting with followers. And when you have time, I'm going to assume when you have time, you do interact in the comments with, your followers. Talk to me about some of the challenges and the rewarding part of being able to connect with people on that level.
Yeah. I mean, the challenges is really, when I talk about this sound healing life, like this meditation life, like there's a certain frequency that I sort of resonate at. And so like challenges are kind of in a frequency zone that I don't really encounter. Like, I don't know how to say that in like I don't want it to be misinterpreted, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is like, there are certain things that never even reach me energetically. So like, I follow a young boy, excuse me, Camden Guyton. And I met him at the Masters, and like he came to Detroit. We kicked it with him and his family. And there's always somebody in his comments like talking about, he can't play and he sucks and he's this and he's that. It's like, you have to be an adult to have this kind of page, I would assume. You are a whole adult commenting on a 9-year-old's Instagram golf page. Like, you found this page.
Yeah.
You went in the comments and talked. So I do get some stuff from like insecure men, or like, the men who have mommy wounds is what I'm predicting. This is just my empathetic lens. Sometimes my friends are like, you pulling them stories out of nowhere, but that's how I empathize with people. I'm like, you're in my comments saying something negative, something mean. You're really projecting based on your hurt and pain. And I don't have to receive that. I don't have to respond. That. I don't have to react,
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I just delete.
I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that. Because I think I appreciate the way you frame it, is that the person sought you out. Because they had to have come to your page, go down to there are a level of, like, there are a few steps that you have to take, right? Watch the video, click comments, scroll down, hit reply. So there are steps you take. So I truly appreciate that. What about the rewarding part, though?
Oh my gosh. I was at an art gallery like 3 days ago, and I met a young lady who knew a mutual friend of mine. And she's like, oh, I know who you are. I follow you on Instagram. And I was just like, what? Like, she's like, yeah, I'm just starting out. I got my clubs in the car now. And like, she was just so enthusiastic about getting into this game. And I was like, well, let me know if you want to go to the range sometime, hit the course. And that's just one story. But there's another story, this young lady who I golf with now. And she's like, I just remember you being so nice to me. Like, we were at a golf outing. I was volunteering. I didn't know anything about golf, but you were just so positive and so nice. And like, I started playing, So just getting more people into the game is just like, that's really dope. That's really dope. Because I don't see myself as like that type of influence. But when I get those nuggets and those reminders, then I feel like, okay, this is dope. People are seeing it. They like it.
Yeah, and I think there's something exhilarating about that in the way that you are receiving them, right? Because it sounds like folks are reflecting on you, right, based on the energy you bring it out, right? Yeah. Folks are like, hey, you were really helpful. You connected with them in a way. And I know that you mentioned the mindfulness part. Mm-hmm. Is there some intentionality in the way that you approach people, connect with people when you see them on the course?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about golf is like everything that we say and learn on the course can be transferred off the course. And so in life, I'm intentional when I meet people. On the course, I'm intentional when I meet people. I'm certainly positive. My mom told me a story the other day of how, because my dad golfed too, and she wanted to surprise him and get golf lessons. And so she went and got golf lessons, and she said the instructor was so rude and mean to her that she actually cried when she left.
Oh, wow.
And she said, I went back. I didn't know if I should have gone back, but I went back.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. It was not helpful. It was not nice. And so I always think about that when I encounter people. I never want anybody to say about me that I was mean or rude or made them feel some type of way. I mean, that is just not good karma. So, yeah, I carry that with me.
Yeah. So when you're interacting with people on the course and the energy, right? I'm going to make an assumption that you feel energy because you talk about different things. So the 100%. Energy is just not right.
Yeah.
How do you find that exit ramp to get away from that energy?
The universe does it for me. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. I'll give you an example. So there was, I don't even remember the golf course. But the guy comes up to our group. We were a lady group, and there was a guy group in front of us who we had been waiting on the majority of the round. Okay? We had been waiting on them the majority of the round. He comes to us and says, you guys got to pick it up. You got to pick it up. And I literally looked at him, and I just looked at him just like this. I was just like, okay. Yeah. And like, that's it. I literally was just, okay, yeah. And he drove off and he never came back.
For people who are listening, who are not seeing this video, that okay is coming with the full smile. So you're not rude. You're not mean.
No.
You're just, okay, we heard you. And that's where it stops.
Yeah.
I like that. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I want to kind of switch in terms of next step. Meg the golfer. You've been profiled. I read the article, right?
Thank you.
So you've been profiled, and clearly you're thriving, right? And with that comes certain responsibility, if I can say certain responsibility, right? Mm-hmm. Certain responsibility to deliver to your followers, your community, right? What does that look like for you in the next, year, 2 years or so?
Yeah, it's a great question. And so many answers are coming to my mind right now. It looks however I want it to. Right? Like I create my life. I'm a master manifester. So whatever I want it to be, which so far it has been free golf. It has been golf press opportunities. Actually, from that article, I got booked for a trip to golf all along Alabama and really excited about that. I've also been tapped to MC the HBCU golf tournament. And
okay, congratulations.
Yeah. I'm super excited about that. The Bison Impact Group puts this outing on, and they raise money for survivors of intimate partner violence.
Okay.
And I am a survivor of intimate partner violence. I am an HBCU alumna. And so there's so many things that I'm connected to with this.
Yeah.
More collaborations and partnerships with Black brands.
Nice.
I really, 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 really love my people. I really love my people. And if Adidas called me tomorrow, I probably would say no. And that is just because what I want to do is I want to be at Black golf outings. Like it's a different energy with my people. And that's the energy that's the frequency where I want to resonate. I want to be known by some Black girls who are new to the game and are interested in playing and, you know, playing at a high level. Having fun is important too, but like, get out there and show these fellas what we can do, right? Like, shut some mouths. So, yeah, couple things.
So the minute you said it's going to look however it wants to look, immediately the impulse in me wants to dig in more. Like, wait, no, say more. I want to hear more about that. Are you comfortable getting into
Of
like
course.
what those couple of things are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So whatever I want it to look like,
Yes.
like how I make that happen, or like what?
Yeah. How do you make that happen? And what are you mentioned golf outing, right?
Yeah.
Black golf outing.
Yep.
So what does that look like? How do you, when you're manifesting that, what does it look like?
It looks like me, sorry, let me clear my throat. It looks like me journaling a lot. It looks like me speaking affirmations into my life. It looks like me continuing to grow my page and my following and my engagement, because it only takes one person with an opportunity to look at your page and feel connected and feel like, oh yeah, we need her at the outing, you know. Just like putting it in the atmosphere. That's really the power, the law of attraction. Like, I'm going to attract what I believe.
Yeah.
And so
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, because I think as a whole, golf is supposed to be played the way that you're articulating it now, right? And I think a lot of people say that, but I seldom see folks follow through on that, right? Myself included. Yeah. I'm like, I want to play joyful golf. I get on the course with my brothers, and someone makes some like funny comment, and automatically I go into overdrive. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna compete. And then joyful God is at the door, because I'm like, okay, I want to compete. You know what I mean? So I think that's a much needed aspect of the golf course. So you play with your women friends, and you all are often laughing, joking. At what point that camaraderie goes beyond just the golf course?
You know, I'll be honest. Some friends are just golf friends. Let's keep it real. Some friends are just golf friends, and that's okay. I mean, I have a full roster of friends that I don't golf with. And it takes time to cultivate and maintain those relationships. So I would say my golf girlfriends, maybe one or two of them, you know, we do things off the course. But for the most part, these are women that I know they're going to show up, they're going to show out, we're going to have a good time, and we're going to go on about our lives. Like, I may not even know what they do for a living. There's some people who I've met because of golf, and we've done things off the golf course. But yeah, no lessons. Like, these are all women I probably would hang with off the course, but like I said, I'm just cultivating so many other relationships. Like, yeah, it's hard to get them on the course. Like, I just sent out a group text to get a couple women out of TPC, and we're in October. We booked for October 5th. Like, we're busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so yeah, no lessons. It's just we go with the vibes.
Wow. I like that. What's the most rewarding lesson you've learned on the golf course?
Oh my God. The most rewarding? There's so many lessons. Rewarding. Oh, I think you get out of it what you put in it. That's the most rewarding, again, transferable off the course lesson. Rewarding. Oh, I think mindfulness is an important lesson. Like, being present in the moment. Sometimes we are just rushing from one hole to the next, from one shot to the next. We don't even hear the birds chirping. We don't even see the ducks walking across the green, swimming across the pond. We don't even look at the trees. You know what I mean? Like, pausing and being present on the course. is the most rewarding. Because when I can do that in life, things are good.
Yeah. Do you think this is a gender stuff? And the reason why I'm asking, the minute you mention taking stock of nature around you, I remember I played with a couple, man and his wife, and his wife was so connected to nature around the corner. She was doing well. She was playing really well, but she was so connected to the ducks, she saw a snake. She's like, look, there's a snake there. Look, there's a rabbit there. So connected. And in my mind, I was like, no, if I pay attention to that, then I'm missing. But she was doing really well. Do you think there's something to it, like where women can connect with nature in a way and almost feed off of it for the game?
I don't think it's gender related. I mean, I think if you are an intense person in life, you're probably going to be intense on the course. If your mind wanders in life, it's probably going to wander on the course. If you are mindful in life, you're going to be mindful on the course. So I know men who practice yoga and they're in tune with the ground. They want to walk barefoot on the golf course, which I've done, by the way. Very, very incredibly grounding experience. I recommend it for everyone. But yeah, I think it's just how you see life. If you can pause and stop your brain from running a million miles and a million thoughts per second, then you'll appreciate it too.
I like that. I ought to try that. I really ought to try that.
Yeah.
You know, like to kind of like completely quiet my mind, because I find myself rushing.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm making mistakes, right? If I start making a mistake, I'm rushing to get the next one so quickly. So I ought to try that. I ought to try that. Yeah. So I got some rapid fire questions for you. Okay. I don't know if you're ready. Do you have a favorite golfer?
John Rahm.
Favorite golf outing that you've been a part of?
That I've been a part of. Ooh. Which outing did I like the most? Oh, I went to the LPGA, the Meyer LPGA Classic Pro-Am. That was wild. So many giveaways, beautiful course, and I got to play with a professional. That's the best.
Nice. What's your favorite club in your bag?
My 4 hybrid.
Which club in your bag that you touch the least?
6 iron.
And which club surprised you the most whenever you pull it out? Whether it may be your favorite or not.
3 wood.
Is there any area of your golf game that you want to improve on?
Absolutely. Have you seen my handicap?
I stopped paying attention to people's handicap.
Okay. Yeah, because I really feel like I'm better than my handicap. I really feel like I'm better. No. I would say my short game. Like, it's so crazy how golf is like, you know, a couple months, you'll be laser sharp with that 60 degree. And then you play golf one day and you're like, "Who? What is this? My club? Like, what is going on here?" You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, short game. I got it. You got to get within 1 putt. Like, that's the only way you're going to score. You got to get within 1 putt, you know? So yeah, that's what I need to work on.
Where on the golf course do you get the most, the word is not anxious, but just a little bit jittery?
I don't get jittery. I'm really out here having a good time. Like, yesterday I was at a golf outing on a Monday. Like, I could have been sending emails and telling people, let's circle back or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I was
on the golf course. Can we table that? Let's take that offline. Like, what the? That wasn't.
Oh my God. Let's take that offline. And generally that comes after a 45-minute conversation.
Right.
Wait, we just talk about this for 45 minutes. You want me to take it offline?
Exactly.
Nah.
I don't want to activate nobody. I don't want to activate anybody here. But yeah, jittery.
I think that's something that I've in my career, like I think like maybe 7 years ago, I set up my outlook to only have 30-minute meetings.
Yeah.
Like any meeting I'm setting up, if it cannot happen in 30 minutes, I'll send you an email, but we're not circling back or taking a post 45-minute conversation offline. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
So Meg, I really appreciate this. Here are my takeaways from our conversation. And I'm really grateful for this. And I should tell you, generally I tell people this in the beginning. Everyone I interview is because I'm like, oh my God, I really appreciate the things that they're doing. In fact, I do the podcast as a way to talk to people that I know maybe I normally wouldn't talk to, but I find really interesting. I really appreciate the mindfulness aspect of golf. And like, for me, the joyful golf is super, super exciting.
I love that.
So now that you have a whole lot, what's next for you on the course that you're hoping to achieve? What's the next
hole in one?
The hole in one. That's what you're chasing.
I literally came this close on a par 3, 125 yards, hit my 8-iron. It landed this close. I'm so close. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well, you manifesting it, it's going to happen.
Yep.
Any Meg merchandise, brand, golf, what should we expect? Because I'm sure you have a quote somewhere that you could put on the t-shirt, that folks can take on the course.
It's so crazy. Like, I really do study a lot of different, like, life path, ideologies, like human design and numerology and astrology and all these things. And like, based on who I am, the universe is supposed to provide me with the opportunity. I'm not supposed to go after it. And so I am an ambassador for Fairway Golf Culture. It's a Black golf brand here out of Detroit. I'm an ambassador for them. Brands send me things, and I love supporting. I love supporting my Black-owned brands. I would love to, and be an ambassador, collaborate with other Black brands, or even BIPOC brands. And yeah, merch is kind of crazy. My friend is actually starting a brand, Peace, Love, and Golf. And so I'm sure I'll be wearing some of that merch. But I like the idea of like a Meg the Golfer-ism, if you will. And I like Joyful Golf, actually. Is that your brand? Are you doing something with that? Because
I say that all the time. It's almost like a sub thing that I'm like, no, I play Joyful Golf because I want to be able to fully enjoy it and all that stuff. But if you want to take it, it's yours. Let's document it. It's yours. Wow. I don't even want credit. This podcast will be there. And hey, Meg the Golfer, I rock Joyful Golf. That's it.
Joyful Golf. That's it. I love that. I mean, are you like a marketing expert or something? Because I feel like that's how a branding person would have said, absolutely
not. No marketing. I'm in healthcare, behavioral healthcare. So not marketing. Yeah. So
I'm in healthcare too. Healthcare IT.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. I'm sure I could ask a ton of stories, a ton of questions about healthcare IT. The other day, I called IT and I wanted to access Epic.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason, I'm a book, I bookmark everything to get it. But for some reason, I don't know what was going on that day. I'm like, I cannot find it. I call IT and the lady, she took over my computer. She's like, well, I think she kind of like evaluated the situation and noticed that the link was in the bookmark and she wanted to be funny. She's like, well, here's what I'm noticing. It looks like it's in your bookmark, but maybe you were too busy. Something was happening, but let me help you through it. And it was the funniest thing, the way she did that. It was but I was so all over the place that I couldn't find a bookmark that was already there.
Interesting.
So I'm grateful for IT.
So I'm an Epic consultant.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's my full-time work. Yeah.
You must hear so much.
I hear it, I experience it. Oh yeah. That's probably going to be another book in a decade or so. Just the stories.
The epic stories.
The epic stories. Epic. A surgeon told me EPIC stands for every person is cussing.
I would imagine that for the number of clicks you have to go through in Epic. I believe that. The number of clicks, the number of stops, the number of things that you have, the number of flow sheets you have to create for. Anyway, don't get me started.
Sorry, I'm so sorry for your experience. But there's so much we could do with that data. Thank you so much for documenting all of it.
I love the data when it comes out, but getting people to do that, and I think it make it more susceptible for folks to just throw in, garbage in, garbage out, to throw in so much garbage in, because like it's such a behemoth.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Of an application. Mm-hmm. So people just skip over things so it makes it so much harder to do the analysis when folks are just throwing things there. But in any case, Meg, I really appreciate this. I don't know if you have any final word, but I'm going to walk onto the course to be mindful, create that joyful, and I wish you the very best on the hole-in-one. So hopefully it happens. And then when it happens, I want to invite you back again to talk about the experience. Share some final words with us before we take off.
Final words. Just remember to take some deep breaths on the course. Remember, you will not always be able to golf. And have fun. Detach from all outcomes and have fun. And we got to hit the course too. I don't know where you're located, but I'm playing golf with people all over. Houston?
I'm in Houston, yeah. So the next time you're in Houston, listen.
My husband will be there in November.
Okay, so
he's going on a guy's trip, so maybe you guys can get out.
Oh, listen, we have a whole crew for him.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh. So let me know.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm for real too. I'm hopping them DMs.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Okay,
that'd be really great. Yeah.
And then when I come, we could do a foursome with you and wifey.
Oh my God, I would appreciate that. So, she would love that. She would. She would love it. All right, Meg, thank you so much. I really appreciate you spending the time with us.
Yeah, this is fun.
You talked about you being a yoga instructor. Let's do a shameless plug here. Are you is this just for you, or do you want to invite, create opportunities for people to experience some of the Meg mindful flow?
Yeah. So I do sound healing and mindfulness coaching for businesses. So if we got any business owners and you're trying to figure out how to reduce stress with your teams, I'm your girl. Do it right over Zoom, and the employees love it. I've had up to 350 people on a Zoom call falling asleep and then waking up feeling excellent.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. And how do people get in touch with you if they want to,
so that company, that company is Soul Heal Sound. So Soul SOUL, Heal HEAL, Sound SOUND.com.
Perfect. So you've heard it here first. You need that mindfulness. You need to reconnect. Let's get Meg on the line.
Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. Give my best to your husband.
I will.
We'll be waiting for you all in November.
All right. Take care. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk More Action Golf podcast. We hope that you've enjoyed today's episode. A big shout out to our producer and creative director, Ajane Josafa, for bringing the show to life. And a special thank you to Sid Mac for our fantastic music. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on your favorite platform. Follow us on social media for the latest updates and exclusive content at Let's Talk More Action Golf. I'm your host, Luke Josafa. Until next time, keep swinging easy, and remember, let's talk more action golf.
Life's a maze, keep your head high when you going through it. I saw dead bodies look in the eyes of the living, held back as you held back from making bigger decisions. We get lost, but this journey comes with us down, that's a given. That's a given. That's a given. We get lost, but the journey
Let's talk more action golf.